And there we go. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome for today's stream. And let me just make sure microphone is on. Yes, microphone is on. Okay, everything seems to be running. Great. Okay, so today I thought I would go out and see if I could have a crack at finding New Horizon, which was fairly recently added into the game. So I thought that could be fun. I'm already moved into the Sol system, as you can see here. We're going to open up our system map. And I have I know it's already been located, but I have on purpose not been looking up on the elite specific on it, like how people found it and where they did and what they lined up with and stuff like that. Because I kind of want to give this a go myself. I might not be able to find it tonight, but at least we're going to give it a go. And I want to walk you through the whole process. I know it's going to be quite a long flight out here, because the first thing we should probably do to get this thing going is to go and read the Galnet article, because I think there was some information in there. If you just get that post-it. I have so many post-its on my table that I don't need anymore. I have one post that I need to save. Okay, there should be a Galnet article somewhere. Oh, could be Ancient Probe. Could probably be this one. New Horizon was launched over 1,000 years. We haven't been able to pinpoint the precise location, but data indicates it is approximately 1 million. Just going to write this down. 726,716 light seconds from Sol, and 1,526,050 from 90377 Setna. Okay, so now that we got our numbers, we need a heading. And this is what I've been planning. Let me just get something up here. So I've been looking around, right? And the first thing I found was let me get this up so you guys can see it. Here we go. Was a site called theplanetstoday.com. Very nifty little site. And here we have, I know this the site here is extremely laggy, this tool. I don't know why. But here we have the inner solar system. We have the gas giants. And here we can see the trajectory of New Horizon. And this is where it is today. So we can see if we line up from the sun, which is here, and up with where it is going. Note these lines here are centered on the Earth. Can we get those centered on? Oh, we can flip it. Oh, that's neat. I have no idea what that should be used for. Anyway. As you can see, we line this up. It is kind of heading off to a side, which makes it a little bit harder that we're probably going to overshoot. We're going to go over the method in a bit, but this is not going to help us very much. So what I did instead was I went over to the Wikipedia article. And here we go. Pluto encounter was on July 14th, 2015. So we know that at that date, right there, this is probably too small to be read off on the stream. So let me get this a little bit bigger. Wow, whoa, this is big. Maybe that's a bit too much. Overdone that a little bit. And now I lost the date. Great. Oh, there it is. No. Okay. You guys will have to live with it being a little small. And take my word for it that it says the 14th of July 2015. That's where we know it was at Pluto. So my next step was to go into this little nifty tool that you guys for some reason... Oh, there we go. Oh, it did capture it. Come on. Yeah, there we go. This little tool, which is called Stellarium. Beautiful, beautiful tool, especially if you're going to go stargazing. What we're going to do here is we're just going to lock those, and we're going to try and see if we can find Pluto. And it's below the horizon. So we're going to remove the ground, and we're going to remove atmospheric effects, like that. So that should be Pluto right there. Great. But this is set to now. We can see the time down here. So I need, and I know this is from Earth, so I'm going to be a little inaccurate, but I'm just going to get a rough heading and then I can show you what my plan is, because we need to begin to move out there, because it is, as you can see, around 1.7, so it's going to take around 40 minutes to get out there. But we're going to do that. We're going to change this date back to when, and it was the 14th. No, this is the month. Great. Was it July? I think it was July, like that. And it was the 14th, right? The time is not really important. It's not going to change much in terms of the location. So now we have the right time, and we have the exact location. So that's where it was at that point. I know that we are like 1,000 years out into the future, but from here we can see we have a system here. I'm just going to draw up a small, like, rough map for myself here. And above it we have HIP. What's the name of that? 93118. I don't think we can find these stars. They probably have other names. Oh no, haha, look at that. Then out here we have the one called HIP 93057, and we're gonna check this one down here as well. This is HIP 93085. Okay. This tool is called Stellarium. Here we go, Stellarium. As you can see it here. Very, very nifty tool. And I like it a lot, especially if you're going to go stargazing and you want to, just to show you guys, if you want to zoom out a bit. Right now this is set to my location, so it's set to Copenhagen. But let's say, and of course the time is all wrong, so let's set this to now. So let's say that I wanted to go out and stargaze, but I didn't know what there was possible to be looking for. So I would say that I would fast forward maybe to like 10 o'clock, which is around here. And then I could have a look and see, okay, what do we have above the horizon here? There's a meteor shower up here. We have Vega up here. Anything else interesting? It looks like it's not the best time of the year to be stargazing. It's not really a lot above the horizon right now. But no, you could then get an idea about what was actually available to look at if you wanted to. But that's not what we're gonna do. We're not gonna go stargazing today. We're gonna go and have a look at where Pluto is. So let's close this down and let's get back into to Elite. Okay, so we're just going to begin to move in the approximate direction, and then we're going to line ourselves up a little bit better, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you the method that I'm going to use. So we need to go into graphics, I believe, and disable GUI effects of reduce camera shake, vehicle motion blackout. No, where is that? Is it under here? There's a place where you can go and you can set, maybe it's under controls actually. Maybe it's under controls. Mouse controls. Show mouse widget on. There we go. So because now we get that small dot in the middle, that's gonna be our heading. And now we can go in and we can look up one of the stars, which was, oh, no, okay, apparently we can't. Let's try that again. It was HIP 93118, I believe. Oh wow, that thing was that correct? That's not right. Did I really write that down wrong? Let's try one of the others then. HIP 930 blah blah, like that. That seems more It can't find that. That's really odd. I would really have thought this would have been extremely easy to do. I checked this. 8.5. It's coming up with all other kinds of stars than what I'm actually searching for. What the hell? Wait, do I have some kind of filter on? Why did it stop there? It keeps saying HD. There should be something called HIP somewhere. Okay, let's try to close this map and open that again. Nine, 3, 1, 1, 8. Nope. Damn it, that's gonna be a problem. Because that's definitely not it. That's way too far away. We have to go back. I'm gonna go have a look at Stellarium again. Gonna get you guys back here. You can follow along. Okay. Let's find Pluto. And let's disable that, and let's zoom in here. And then let's set the time back 2015, 7, 14. There we go. So this was where we were at. What is that star? It's just called star. Star. It's not named. Damn it, this is going to be an issue, I think. Because I did something similar yesterday, just to test it out. And yesterday I could find that of at least one of these systems. Oh, here we go. Ah, it has alternative names. Ah. Yeah. So it is so it states for HD. HD once. Let's write this down again. Oh God, do I have to write all this down? But what confuses me is all those stars were like all over the place. We'll make a new map here. And then above it, there we have the one called HD 175876. Let's see if we can find that in game. See if this picks it up on stream. It did. Great. So if I look for HD 175876, it does find that one. So it does actually look up by, yes, it does look up by alias. Okay, that's what I wanted. Why is this not showing up on the compass now? Okay, we have to do this the hard way, apparently. Where are we at? Where's Sol? There's Sol. Okay, what else is in that general direction? Oh. I just want to find another star that is approximately in the right direction. That thing right there. That's kind of okay. It's not great. Oh, what the hell happened there? It's not great, but it will have to do. It's just so we get a basic heading. So let's head in that direction. No, actually, it's going to super cruise. Let's not jump to the star for now. Okay, that was a little bit. Henrik asked if also considered streaming on Twitch. Yeah, but I know there's like multi-streaming things and you can combine the chat and everything. But for now, I'm just happy streaming on YouTube for now. Okay. So we're going to begin moving out there. We're going to set up our overview here. We want stars. We want point of interests. No, we want signal sources, I guess. Maybe points of interest. I don't know. We definitely want planets and moons. Let's try to do this. Okay, so for now we're just going to begin heading out of the system so we can get out to our target distance. And while we do that, I'm just going to quickly show you what I had in mind in terms of actually locating this. We're going to do something very pretty here in Paint. Because, okay, so here's my thought. Here's what I was planning to do. Let's say we have the sun. Oh, wow. Could we do that a little bit better maybe? We have the sun like that, right? And we know that the spacecraft is at a certain distance around the sun. So it's going to be somewhere on this. Imagine this is going to be a sphere, right? And then we have a second reference point. Let's color. No, let's keep that there, and then let's color this blue. So let's say we have the other planet. Let's say that planet is down here, and that planet. Oh, I'll keep that blue, and then there we go. And then we also have a distance around that planet, and let's say that looks something like that. Okay, so this, of course, is this is an intersection between two spheres, meaning this is going to be a circle, but we know it's somewhere in the galact or in the plane, so we should probably actually check that in game that we are moving in. It kind of looks like it. I mean, we were heading out. You know what? If we go back here and turn on orbital lines, we should be able to see the plane. And then select something like Pluto. And we can't see orbital lines. Didn't I put on orbital lines? Orbital lines on. Okay. I really thought that would have worked. Okay, never mind. We might have to be closer before we can see the orbital lines. So, we're heading up there, and but back to the plan. My very purely drawn here. So the plan is that we're just heading in what's going to be approximately the right direction, I hope, at least. So let's say that we are heading in from the star, and we're heading out in that direction. That's clearly not going to put us on target, right? You're going to be way off here. So my idea is to move out until we have the right distance from the sun. And then, from there, I want to move towards the planet until I have the right distance from the planet. Once I have the right distance from the planet, I'll then move away from the sun again, like that, until I then begin to inch my way forward. Yeah, exactly. Down with Paint, with downtoearthastronomy. So basically, that's the idea. So move out until I have the right distance, then move towards or away from the planet there, until that is at the correct distance. and then begin to inch my way in like that. I mean, even if I end up screwing up my initial approach massively, let's say I end up going over here, I will extremely quickly begin to zone in, because then I will go in here until that's correct, and then I will go in there until that is correct, and then I will keep on, and then I'll keep on moving like that, because then I'll move away from that. And you can see already after just 2 iterations, we have moved extremely close to one of the points. Now I don't know if it's this one or this one. That's why I needed my my initial direction, because I hope that I'm heading in approximately the right direction. So I guess you can see my point. By constantly switching between the two and getting the distance right, I will slowly inch my way forward towards that point. And that's the point, at least. That's what I'm trying to do. But for now, let's get back into leads and let's begin to move. We're already 50 and we're accelerating right now, so it's gonna go faster and faster and faster. And actually, we should move. It shouldn't be 40 minutes, because normally a trip to Sweden orbital, which is about the same distance, that's 40 minutes. But when you move to Sweden, we're slowing down at the last part of the trip, which we're not going to do here. We're going to keep accelerating all the way out there, so hopefully we'll be there pretty quickly. Now I just really hope that I'm heading in the right direction. You know what we could do? You know what we could do? We could go back in here to this, because now we have the correct timestamp. So we're just going to find Pluto again. I'm going to deselect Pluto as can we overlay some kind of grid? Exactly. Perfect, because now what we then could do is, now we know Pluto is here, it's right there. What happened if we changed the year? See, we're heading in towards the galaxy center, which looks about right from what we... What about that one? How far away is the star? Can I see this here? Let's try to look this one up. HD1609115. Let's try to hop back into Elite, see if we can find that star. And let me get back into Elite as well. HD, let me get this paper here. 0915. See, that's not too far away. And look, our direction was not too bad. We were heading for that one. But we could be heading for that one, and we should actually be pretty damn close to getting in the right direction. See? Oh, no, now we're moving the map. That's not too bad. I mean, we weren't too far off, and we are heading in towards the center-ish. So. See? I think this is going to be okay. I think we're going to head in approximately the right direction. Okay. So, how far out are we? We are already 200. Actually, I don't need planets because I'll not be able to see. I cannot see that planet on here for some reason. It's filtered. Actually, let's look at that other object in the map here. We can see that it's what was the other one? Setna, so it must be that one. It's currently 400,000 light seconds out. But I guess we're gonna go beyond that. No, we shouldn't. We're just past Pluto. Oh wait, we are 1,000 years out. So yes, of course we will have to go beyond that orbit. Great. So now we're passing 100C, so we should definitely begin to move out faster now. Yeah, we should be there pretty soon. Did I mess up the name on the stream? No, that looks okay. Okay, where is that? That's right there. Okay. Here we have... Oh, so we can actually see set, but did that get filtered before? If I go stars and planets and moons. Landfall. Oh, it's probably a landfall planet. Okay. You just see that article again? Okay, it's just 371. Okay, that's just weird that it put that number there, but that it was not in the system map. But I guess it's set now. Yeah, it should be. So you should be able to see Setna here now, somewhere. There it is. So that thing is currently increasing. That's good. Because we need to get this to 1.5 million and the sun to 1.7. The sun is here. And that is obviously also increasing. So we're now passing 500,000 light seconds. Meaning we should hopefully be there pretty damn soon. And there we go. Let's see how fast we're going. How big is the sun now? Let's get out here and have a look. Okay, that's it there. Right there in the center now. That's the sun. I think. Maybe it's one of those. It's pretty small. And we should be able to reach our maximum velocity. Triton is the closest. Okay. Let's go back and see if we can find anything useful. So these are not. I would have loved if these two were. Oh, I cannot move it over. There we go. I would have loved if these two were modeled in the game. I think it's two Kuiper Belt objects, which is it's probably just frozen some frozen rocks. What can we do with all these sliders? There's a ton of sliders in this tool that I haven't looked at. What does this one do? Okay, this is a zoom. Ooh, wow. So there we have Eris. Look at that orbit. That's actually quite funny. Let's zoom in a little bit. That's not zoom? Oh, this was zoom. So, look how elliptical the orbit of Eris is. That means that this is not a natural object in our solar system. Because it's so elliptical, it probably means that Eris is a captured object. So it was a rogue planet that was just flying around on its own without a parent star that got too close to the sun at some point and got captured in by the sun's gravity. And now it is just an exoplanet that's captured in. But when you get captured object, you often get these very, very elliptical orbits, whereas planet that formed naturally will have a very close to circular orbit. We can, like, okay, you can move those lines. Can we just move the orbit lines? Because they're kind of, wow. Okay. What is this then? Oh, so this is just the planets. I get it. And this was zoom. And this? Ah. These are the orbit lines. And this is... okay, that's time. Oh, you can make it 2D. It's not very 3D. They just put lines on the... No, that's funny. Okay, well, can we zoom back in on? Yes, there we have New Horizons. So it definitely looks like it's going to encounter those two objects, which is going to be the final target for the mission. And from there, it's just going to move out into nowhere. I'm just going to close Stellarium. Okay, let's go back. Right now, in the direction I'm heading towards 57 Ophiuchi. I have no idea how that's supposed to be pronounced. Almost at a million light seconds, and we're still accelerating. But I'm not sure this is the correct direction to be going. If it turns out to work and we can fight it fairly easily, I might end up doing a guide on how to fight it for people who don't want to go out through the hassle and fight it themselves. Yeah, but in general, I think this should be a decent direction. I think if you just go and you head towards the galaxy center, you're not going to be too far off.
Crush that like button for our handsome geek astronomer.
Thank you, matey. Thank you for the donation. And yes, as matey said, go down and give that like button a click if you haven't done that already. And let people know if you like the stream. Okay, how far are we? We are... come on, almost 900,000. We're moving around 1500 light seconds per click. Or per tick. That's pretty good. Yeah, of course, it's updating per second, so we can just see our speed. And what about... I would really wish we could, like, select just a subsection of... Gallisto. Oh, that's right. It's right there. Ha! Okay, that is increasing as well, and it's also good to see that. Have a look at this. Actually, yeah, that's pretty good. It's good to see that this distance to the sun is currently greater than the distance to Sedna, meaning that we're hoping to get the sun here to 1.7 and this to 1.5. So the ratio between these two is not bad. So. And I know it will change because they're in different positions, but at least because they're both still increasing, and it looks like we are heading in approximately the right direction. It's going to be interesting to see once we hit those 1.7 to something, how close we are going to be on Sedna, how far we're going to be off. else we pass the 1 million light second mark. And then once we get closer, we'll have to switch over, as supposed in chat, have to switch over to signal sources, because this is most likely going to spawn as a signal. Do we even have signal sources on? Let's put signal sources on. I don't think it's going to spawn as a point of interest, but we can put them on. All the points of interest should be way outside our range now. Small loan of 1 million light seconds, yeah. But all the planets, they will stay in your view, apparently. Souls, there they are. Okay. We still have 700 light seconds to go. Let's go and play a little bit more with Stellaris. Or Stellarium. Keep calling it Stellaris. Stellarium. Oh yeah, something cool. Let me show you guys this. If we're gonna remove that, and we're gonna find, let's say, Mars, because it's actually quite a detailed tool. So here we have Mars, right? We can see Phobos and Deimos here, the 2 moons. And as we speed up time, because the Sun, so the Earth and Mars is in, of course, different orbits. That means the difference between the 2 planets. Is the distance between the 2 planets going to change. We can see now that we're speeding up time, we can begin to see the movement of the moons, which is pretty cool. But if we speed this up even more, notice how Mars gets closer and further away. They even model the size of the planets compared to where we are in our orbits. I think that's pretty cool. And you can also, there we go. This is a estimate of what a decent amateur telescope would be able to see. So it's trying to approximate what you would be able to see if you looked at Mars through a decent telescope. And I know from experience that this is not too far off. I mean, you're not going to be able to see details on Mars. If you're very lucky and it's a very clear day, you might be able to see some ice caps if it's the right season on Mars as well. Phobos and Deimos is difficult to see. We can't really see them here either that clearly. But you can definitely see the red glow on Mars. But what's a lot more interesting to look at is, I think, Jupiter. Let's turn our small telescope over here. So again, Jupiter is interesting because you can see the 4 Galilean moons. So you can see the 4 moons, and because they move fairly quickly, let's begin to move time a little bit slower here. You can actually see the moons in the moons move during a night. So if you look at the Jupiter at the beginning of the night and then come back and look at it again later on in the evening, you will see the moons have moved around the planet, which I think is pretty cool. And then of course there is the moon, which is always fun to look at. Boom, there we go. And again, on a decent sized telescope, you should be able to pretty much have the whole moon in your binoculars, or not binoculars, in your telescope's field of view. What about looking at? Can we find the Pleiades sector? No. Okay. Never mind then. Move this for today. And let's go out of that binocular view. There we go. Type C.R. Draconis. I don't think that's gonna be in here. I think that's a made-up name. Nope, C.R. Dragon. Okay. But that's that's probably the whole. What other stars are around here? Because in the game close to CR Draconis, there's also CR Draco. Ah, look at this. I see what they did. I see what they've done. CR Drake is probably, because if we go into the galaxy map and we look up CR, can I please type? Thank you. CR Draconis. Did I miss that? CR, because, yeah, here we go. There's both the star CR Draco and CR Draconis. And they're very close to each other, those two stars. So I think that what is modeled in here as CR Dra is probably CR Draconis and CR Draco together. Titan Rex, thanks a lot for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. This is probably because these are modeled as two separate stars, whereas in here it's one system that is then measured as a double star. Which is pretty cool, I think. Okay, we're drifting off a little bit. How fast New Horizon is? Not that fast. Oh, we are getting close now. Look at that, guys. We're getting very close now. We need to begin to prepare for the first slowdown. Oh, we are damn close. Look at that, though. This is not gonna be too far off. I think I managed to... Oh, was that another... Oh, okay. I was just another unidentified signal source that just popped up. And I thought, wait, is that it? But no. Because we're not at the right distance yet. But this is gonna be damn close. I mean, Sol have to be 1.726 million. And... Setna needs to be 1.526 million. Okay, so coming up here very close now. I think we should begin to slow ourselves down. Because we are way closer than I thought I would be at this point. I'm just keeping my notes here so I can keep an eye on the numbers. Oh, signal source. No, we're not at the right distance yet. Yeah, the detection range for signal sources is 1,000 light seconds. Oh, this is gonna be close. If I'm gonna nail this, if I'm gonna be able to just beeline it from the sun and then find it in the first go, I'm not. And we're gonna overshoot a little bit. We're gonna be too far away from Setna once we get there because we're almost at the right range. See, now we've surpassed. Now we're too far away from Setna and not yet far enough away from the sun. Oh, we're close. Dunkel asked, is it possible to ask in a geostationary orbit with a vessel? No. I don't believe they modeled orbits. You don't really orbit the planet, you just stop next to it. So technically you are falling towards it, but because of magic and game design, you don't. Oh, there we go. We're now at pretty much exactly the right distance, right? Within a few hundred light seconds. And there's a signal source. But I don't think it's it. That's it, though. We can give it a scan, see what it is. No, it's a dispersal pattern. Okay, so we're going to slow way down here. So now that we have this distance, more or less, correct, we're going to correct this distance. We are too far away from Setna. So we're going to move. Oh, it's right behind us. This is not good. This is gonna mean it's gonna take a long time to inch my way. I don't want to accelerate right now. Oh wow, I'm getting a little bit of lag here. I should probably close Stellarium in the background and close that as well. And then put that over there. Okay. Now we're gonna head back towards Sedna here. Of course, gonna mean we're gonna head too close to the sun again. Okay, before we move any closer, I need to draw this. I need to draw this because I don't have the overview of what's going on right now. Okay, so what is happening right now is, I'm gonna go and show you guys more paint. What's happening right now is we have the sun here, and we have a planet which is like here. And the distance we want to go is, come on. I know this is way overdrawn. I'm just going to draw two circles. It's something like this, right? Where this is there. Actually, you know what? And this other one is a slightly smaller circle, a little bit offset. So it's something like this, what our issue is, right? So we have the right distance to the sun. Let's say this is this one. And we were too far away, so meaning we're like over here. And now, problem is, I'm now bouncing between these two, and it's gonna take me forever to get over here. Because I'm gonna bounce in and out, and because they're almost in the same direction, I'm just gonna bounce in and out, and in and out, and in and out, and in and out. So what I should do, what I really should do, is I should have the sun. I should see where that is compared to the sun, and then try to like orbit the sun at the right direction. Could we try that? If I select the sun, there it is. And then I'm gonna move this over here, so I have this in my window. Then I'm gonna turn my ship until the compass turns from being solid to not being solid. There. Right there. Okay, and I keep a note on where it is in my wind. I can see it out here on the side. So now I want to see what happens if I move in this direction with Sedna. See? So right now the distance to Sedna is decreasing, which is perfect. And I need to increase my... Where's my other note? Oh, it's here. I need to increase my distance to the sun a bit. So I'm going to move the sun over there. So that distance is now going to begin to increase as the other one decreases. That's not it. We're still way, way off. Oh, I'm getting close now. Can you guys feel it? Okay, so now I almost have the distance to the sun correctly. I'm like 200 light seconds off, so I'm going to try to keep the sun in that position right there, where the distance is barely changing. There, see, now it's almost not changing anymore. Oh! Slow us down. Look at that. Now we are actually damn close. I need the distance to... You need to go a little bit further. Oh, we're almost there. Oh, this is... I don't know why I feel like this is tense. Oh, there's a signal source. High-grade emission. Well... now that we are here, why not? Yeah, exactly as Dongle said. The problem is that this distance from Sol to probe and Sedna to probe is much greater than this distance from Sol to Sedna. That's what's causing me issues. That's why my original plan didn't work. I'm just going to drop into the high grade just to pick up the materials now that we are here anyway. And now that it is so nice and pop up right in front of us. Yeah, exactly. Finding high grade emissions when you're not looking for it, that's annoying because I know these can be... Oh, there's another signal source. I'm just going to quickly scan that. Hey, it's another high grade emission. Will you look at that? Now we're getting them in bulk. And whenever you need them, you can't find them. Let's see what we get. Really? Ah, okay, there was more than one. Like, is that it? One? Oh, wow. Okay. Good afternoon, welcome to the stream. Did someone say fat loot? I'm gonna pick this up. I should have brought limpets, but I wasn't really planning to go and do material gathering. But now that the game is so nice and throw it at me. How did I miss that? There's one. And don't worry, this is not going to turn into a material gathering live stream. That's why I hate scooping in the anaconda. The nose is too big. I have to keep it low, and then just before... There we go. And this is gonna be the last one. Okay. So... we need to move. Okay, so on the Sol side, we're actually damn close. No, okay. So what the problem is right now, I think, is that, as I said, we have two spheres that are overlapping. The two spheres of these, that's creating a ring or a circle. But we should be damn close. So what I think I will do, is I will try. So we moved out here, and we are somewhere on the ring. It will be somewhere on this ring. I'm just trying to visualize this in my head. So we're somewhere on this ring, and we need to try and move around that ring somehow. And we're gonna do that by assuming we are on the plane. And if we are on the plane, we should be able to. I know what we're gonna do. I get it. So the sun is that one right there, and planet. Okay, it's way down there. Okay. So right now we are in the approximate right distance from both planet. Yeah, use Paint 3D. I have never used Paint 3D, so I'm just gonna do it in my head. So we are at the right distance from the two planets. What I'm gonna do now is we're gonna head in this direction here, like that. That direction right there is where we're gonna head in, because doing that, we will be moving. This is our spacecraft, and these are planets. Get this in. We'll be moving upwards like this. So we're not really going to change the distance from the planets, but we're going to try and orbit around that that circle that I talked about, the intersection between the two spheres. And we're just going to bump the Sidewinder, and that, and also that, and we're going to get the cargo scoop up. And then we're going to throttle us way down here. Okay. Let's get back to the business at hand here. So now I should be able to... Let me see if I can get this a little bit closer. I should be able to get closer to the sun. Distances are changing though. What happens if I do this? Oh. Again, here we are pretty much spot on with the distance, but it's not here. So we're just gonna keep moving in this direction, I guess. And we're gonna do it very slowly, because we don't want to miss that signal source. Distress call. Okay. I'm not in the position to do something like that right now. I need to move away from the planet a little bit. Okay. Let me get this lined up again, because we're getting a little bit out of our preferred direction here. So let's go back towards the planet, and that distance to that planet is, we're a little bit too far away. So let's start by moving a little bit closer. 26. Oh, now it's way too close. Need to be so careful with the speeds out here. And now we're going to log on to the sun, and we're going to move... Oh, no, we're actually doing pretty good here. Okay, wait, so we need to keep this we need to get further away from this. We're going to do that by putting it there, and then turning and moving in this direction here. Oh, there's a signal source. And it's... no. Let's move a little bit further out. Wait, why is this decreasing now? We need to turn further. We're moving inward, we move outwards. I don't know exactly what type of signal source I'm looking for. I'm just assuming that I'm gonna know when I find it. Okay, let's do this again. Where's the sun? There's the sun. Is that a signal source? Nope, that's the planet, and that's the... oh, that's it. Okay, we have them there, those two, and I need... oh god. I need to get further away from the sun and slightly closer to... Setna. So getting further away from the sun, closer to Setna. Got it. That should mean that this is a good direction to go in. Turn more, turn more. Keep turning until we begin to move away from the sun, which is there. And we are also moving closer to Setna. Yes, this is good. Wait, this is 26. Did I manage to... no? Okay. So once again, we're pretty much in the right spot. I think I need to consider that this is going to take forever if I'm going to circle around like this. Because now we need to begin to head back up in this direction here. And then move in this direction extremely slowly. But the problem is we have a lot of space to cover. I don't think this D-scan is gonna work. I agree. It's going to take forever doing it in this manner. Let's drop this thing down. And let's have a good think about it. What can we do to... I mean, I can't be far off. Because normally Where's the sun? Let's get the sun. Should be that one right there. It was not. Just that one right there. Okay. The purpose of the probe in real life is to first of all survey Pluto, take some better pictures of it, and especially make surveys of the atmosphere around Pluto, and also on Charon, the moon around that. Okay, I think I will have to. I'll try and have to resort to help now, because on this point on, it is pretty much a painstaking job of just orbiting around in this area until it pops up. So let's see if someone's actually made a forum post about this. How to find new horizons. Okay, so I'm just reading some. In short, horizon can be expected to occupy not a ring. Yeah, okay, so people are just saying that basically they're going to occupy two spots that is going to be in the plane of the solar system. We already know that. Yeah. So far, it looks like people just come to this browsing Reddit right now, browsing the same. Same conclusion as I have so far. Have any of you guys in chat? Yeah, look. I could give you the distance to other planets than Sedna and Sol. Oh, that would be great. If you could do that, that would be awesome. Technically, Bryn, you're absolutely right. There's no gain other than that. I really, really like this. I think it's gonna be fun. But if you could post the distances to some of the other planets, that would be awesome, because that would make this a hell of a lot easier. Whatever you got, I don't want to go back and travel all the way out here. It took quite some time. If you can give me a bearing to one other planet, that would be great. Which I find really weird that Frontier didn't do that. If they'd given us a bearing to 3 planets, and please don't we can use Pluto actually. Where the hell is? Well, Pluto is not a landfall planet. I believe I'm pretty close right now. Let's have a look so I can actually see. Exactly, we're gonna need a third reference to make this work. Okay, let me write this down real quick here. 1,710. Why is my pen not working? 710 and 624 from Pluto. Okay. Let's go back into our filters. Let's get planets and moons on here. See, not that far. So my distance to Sol, I am currently a little bit off. Okay, let's try to start by getting the Sol and Sedna completely right, because Sedna is actually quite a bit off. We are way too far away from Sedna right now. Oh, let me see if I can catch that extremely quickly here. PSN Fox, thanks a lot for subscribing and welcome to the channel. Okay. Sedna. There is Sedna. Okay. And Sol is where? Oh, there's Sol. So we have Sol there and Sedna there. Okay. Oh, I need to turn this thing around. Yeah, like that. So we want to keep the sun like this, because we pretty much want to keep the sun where it is, but we want to move closer, right? Yeah, I want to move closer to Sedna, which is there. So I'm just going to turn this up like that. And then, oops, log on to Sol. And then maybe we should go into Super Cruise, because otherwise this is going to take a while. So we're going to try and increase the sun distance slightly. Increase the distance to the sun. No, wait. We need to increase the distance to Sedna as well. I'm heading in the completely wrong direction here. Let's flip this around. Great. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh, so now we need to approach the sun. A tiny bit. But increase our distance to Sedna. So let's keep heading in approximately this direction here. Oh. Overshot it a bit. Okay. Let's try to get the Pluto distance correct now, because we need to get that into consideration as well. So let's drop down here. Okay. So that's the sun, which is okay. We're 700 light seconds off on Sedna right now, but we are what? 4,000 light seconds off on Pluto. Pluto is where? Pluto's there. Pretty much the same direction as the sun. How? Oh god. Gonna try to see where Pluto is compared to. Okay, let's put that right there on the corner. Like so we can actually see where it is compared to the sun. So the sun is slightly more to the right. than Pluto. Oh, this is gonna take a while. I think getting the Sun and Pluto right is gonna be difficult. Okay, so if the Sun is slightly more to the right, Pluto's there. We want to go. So we want to go in this, something like that, maybe. Yes, that's perfect. Gonna flip this over. We're gonna target the Sun. And if we head in this direction here, we should be able to adjust our position. And we're going to try to keep this around just under 1.767 million. While we keep an eye on our Pluto distance, which is slowly increasing. And now it should be decreasing again. Yeah, it is. But it's not that bad. I think this is a good direction to go. Oh, hold on. Now we're getting too close to get further away from the Sun. And get closer again. Where's Pluto? There's Pluto. Oh my god. Get closer. You know, our distance to Saturn is going to be way, way off. Are you sure that distance is correct? It seems weird to me. Oh, wow, we're way, way, way too far out now. Let's move in a bit. Move a little bit closer. Again, gonna try and keep the Sun just under 727. So around here is good. We have managed to increase our distance to Pluto by round about around about 1500 light seconds, while keeping the Sun at approximately the same distance. So at least Pluto is getting in the right direction, right position now. Problem is, Saturn is now way off, and we have to correct that later. However, I'm not exactly sure how. Move a little bit closer again. And neutralize that. It's definitely working. Look at the Pluto distance. Oh well. It might be that I'm pretty far off. But kind of in the right direction, I hope. Again, get closer to the sun. Like that. Neutralize it again. And keep an eye on Pluto. So now we're almost out at 7-9. Wow, now we are way off there. That's going to be a lot of correcting. And how are we going to correct that without screwing up everything else? That's going to be... Oh, wait, what we're shooting now? No, I'm actually pretty damn close. Oh wait, I was too far away. Ah, that's why. Too far away from the sun. Let's move a little bit closer. Moving closer. There we go. And now, okay, we haven't overshot yet. Keep going. Yeah, still just keeping an eye on Pluto and Charon as the distance and trying to keep that as close as I can. Oh, this is actually pretty good. Oh, we're getting close now. And I know my setnet distance is now way off, but that's easier to correct than those two here, I guess. Oh. Yeah, yeah, but again, the more variables you have, the more difficult it becomes. I think I'm pretty close now with the Pluto distance. Just get a little bit closer here. Not quite there yet, but it's getting damn close. 400 light seconds and Pluto should be in the right direction, light distance at least. Then we just need to correct that at 150,000 light seconds that we're now off. Oh wow, got way too close there. Let's get back out. Oh, slow down. Are we here? Are we there? Are we there yet? Come on. Okay. We are now within 100 light seconds on the Pluto distance. So gonna drop down here. And then we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do about this now. So once again, I'm gonna use the same method as before. I'm gonna put the marker right there so I can see how it moves. Then we're gonna target Pluto. So it's down that direction, so I should be able to rotate like that. Okay, where is Sedna? So it's up there. So Sedna is slightly higher. That means if I'm moving upwards, I should be able to lower that distance. So that means that I should be able to align up the Sun like that, and Pluto like, nope. What's up with Pluto? Need to get this just right. What the hell is going on? Look at that later. So now it's down to the side. Just rotate a little bit. What I'm trying to do is to make sure that when I switch between Pluto and the Sun, that the marker is only moving sideways. Because if it's only moving sideways, if I'm only moving sideways, almost. Like that, right? That means that if I then point this directly at the Sun, like so, and now begin to move straight upwards, I should, because now I believe that Sedna should be above that plane. It is. Perfect. So that means if I'm now moving, lock the Sun, and I'm then, oh, don't do that. And I'm now moving in, oh, that's too far, in this direction here. So, okay, so I can now, by moving in this direction here, by turning this one up and down, I can adjust my distance to the Sun. And by turning left to right, I can adjust my distance to Pluto. While I should have my distance to Sedna constantly decreasing. So let's try to get this into Super Cruise and see if my predictions are correct. Okay, let's begin flying here. So if I'm right, if I pull back on the stick now, our distance to the Sun should increase. And if I push forward, it should begin to decrease. Indeed it does. I've got to slow us down a little bit here because we're moving quite fast. Okay. So by pulling back, I can increase my distance to the sun. I can do that. Like that. And look at Pluto. Where's Pluto? Pluto is there. If I turn this way, I should begin to decrease my distance to Pluto. No. It keeps increasing. Oh, but I am also... And my distance to Sedna is... Damn it, it's increasing. Why is it increasing? It should be... Because I need to turn that way. Is it decreasing now? Yes, now it's decreasing. Let's go full force here. I'm messing up my Pluto distance right now. There we go. So it looks like you were right. Yeah, if you have a bearing star, try to give me that. That might actually be easier. Because with this method, it's going to take a while to find. Because you can see how... You can see how close we are to... Okay, so that's the bearing star. Just gonna slow us down. Let's try to use that instead. It might be easier. Too fast for save exit. Okay. So first step is gonna be to make sure the sun is directly behind us. Like that. Now the sun is directly behind us. Let's just quickly here, so I don't miss that that thing there. Okay. So now that the sun is directly behind us, we can go in and we can look up that star. Quite far away. The hell? Oh, we are way, way off. Is that it? Because if that's the bearing star from the center, then we are way, way off. Oh well. Okay, we're not even close to being in the right position right now. Yeah, clearly was the other left. Yeah, I am actually considering if I should just do a jump and then do that instead. I'm a little disappointed if I didn't actually manage to... I'm gonna jump out. We're gonna do this again. Sorry, guys. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't manage to fight it like in that direction. I thought I was kind of heading in the right direction, but clearly I wasn't. Damn it. Now I'm actually quite disappointed that I didn't manage to get that. I thought it was pretty close. I'm gonna turn the sound up a little bit. There we go. Just gonna sit here and field scoop while we look up that star again. Comes on. Okay, so now, and just very, very carefully here, we're not gonna drift off. Now we have to get back out there. Okay, so I want to try and figure out what the hell went wrong here, because I think I know what it is, but I will have to try and confirm this. Let me see. Let me get this back up again. And where's the stream? Stream. There we go. So I think what went wrong here was that I aimed for this point here, right? The intersection between Pluto and New Horizon. That was the point I was aiming for. But as you can see here, this line does not go back to the center. So if I draw a line from the sun and out here, you can see I was then intersecting this point and would then be heading out this direction here, or actually more like this direction here. Whereas New Horizon would be heading out that direction, so it would slowly drift off, and eventually would be out here, where I would be in here. Which gave us that discrepancy. But now we just have to get out there again, which is going to take a while. It's just a little disappointing. That gives me a chance to just catch up on what the hell people are writing to me. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, let's have a look at that 3D paint thing that you guys were talking about. Is that a standard thing? I think it's just a standard thing on Windows now. Okay. How do you... This just looks like paint. Ah, okay. I see it. But is it just a 2D canvas? You're still not convinced that New Horizons is actually in the right position in the game? Well, that depends how they've decided to add it into the game. Did they just... Yeah, I don't know. Because if they just took the bearing that it is now and then just extended it out and then said, okay, it's moving this fast, and then just extended it out at that distance, then yeah, sure. Then they of course would be off because it's not heading directly away from the sun; it's heading in an arc. So I don't know how accurate Frontier is when they implement stuff like this. I actually haven't compared the position of the Voyager probe to where they should be. But that begs the question, how the hell do people that, if it's not in the correct position, how the hell do people then find it? Because sure, we have two bearings, but that's still going to leave us a circle of possible positions. Yeah, brute force, it might be. I think that's actually, I'm not sure if that's how it was, but if it is, I think that's a little disappointing, actually. If they just brute forced it. Anyway. Let me just very quickly keep up with everything here. Oh, did I set the stream back in Elite direct capture mode? I did. Good. What the hell are you on about? How far are we away? Oh god, it's gonna take forever to get back out there. That must have taken forever to brute force. Or maybe people are just better at, I mean, if someone has actually... Let's go back to this one. If people had actually computed its proper trajectory here, it would have been easier. And I did actually try. I was hoping that they had modeled it in Stellarium, because if they had done that, it would have been a lot easier. If we could just look it up in Stellarium. But we can't, so we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah. Probably better ways than what I did. No, oh, that's the wrong one. That's the one. Sorry. Wrong scene there. Okay, we're getting out now where we're beginning to get some speed up, so that's good. Mostly luck, yeah. I guess it is with stuff like this. I mean, you need to be really, really lucky if you find this like that. But I was amazed how quickly people actually found it. I recall that the Voyager probes were pain to find as well. I have found the Voyager probes, but God, they were a pain to find. I just Voyager 1, I think it was, I found. Oh God. Oh yeah. It's probably been one of those streams where there's a little bit too much dead air, to be honest, because, I don't know, flying in empty space for 20 minutes, it's not the most interesting activity. Someone looks tired? Yeah, definitely. I am getting a little tired. Ah, nice. So when you found it once, do you get it as? I guess you don't, because otherwise, I guess I would be able to see the new the other probes, Voyager probes. The question was if you get a point of interest if you scanned it once. But I guess you would only see that point of interest if you were actually within 1,000 light seconds, so you would have to find it again. So that probably wouldn't make any sense. Science is boring. Yeah, it can be. Oh, now we're heading off course here. Collect salvage? No, thank you. I think science is one of those things that it takes forever to get any results. Which, I mean, it makes sense that it's why you can't just go and Google it. That's one of the reasons why I decided not to pursue a career in astrophysics and find something else to do, because it's simply just moving too slowly for me. I need to get some results slightly faster than every, if you're lucky, once in a lifetime or something like that. But yeah. But then once you get those moments where you know that you just found something that no one else has ever found, I've ever known, and you're sitting on a piece of knowledge that no one else has, that's not a pretty amazing feeling. Yeah, of course I keep up to date with the current research. I mean, I don't think that I'm gonna go back in and pursue a career like that. But I mean, I decided to study astrophysics because I find it extremely interesting. So, and this was actually why I decided to do the YouTube channel, because when I was done with my master thesis, I was beginning to look for a job or something to do. I suddenly had a lot of spare time on my hands, and I needed something to do. So I made a YouTube channel, just for fun, and well, then I just never really stopped. Well, I did. I actually did have. I think the channel, after the channel reached, I think like 100 of the 30 subscribers or something. It took a couple of months to get the first 30 subscribers. And at that point, I then finally actually got a job, and then the whole YouTube thing kind of died a bit for I think 3 or 4 months, where nothing really happened. And the channel could very well just have died there and then. But then I decided to pick it back up, and that was back in 2000. I don't know. End of 2015, I think, maybe in the beginning of 2016, that I picked up YouTubing again, and yeah, kept on going ever since, uploading 2 videos a week, minimum. I don't think I might have missed 1 week or something like that, but most of the time, I keep the 2 videos a week. And then later on, Hello Dave, which was an extra one, and now a live stream, so technically 4 events or 4 uploads a week. Okay, are we getting somewhere? Getting out where we begin to get some speed up. Nope, not Dutch, Danish. Wonder why Triton is permit locked. This is most likely a captured object as well. Just looking at the planets. Look how big it is compared to all the other small dwarf planets out here. Planetoids, or whatever you want to call them. Triton is the Thargoid homeworld. Yeah, Thargoid homeworld confirmed. Right in the middle of the solar system. That's why they are a little pissed at us, I guess. Does it say anything in the lore in here? No, it just says it's an ice world. Tinfoil hat mode engage, indeed. Oh, I can't land on Pluto. Oh god. Reapers as well. If I find it, if I find it, I might consider doing a how-to video on it if it's not too difficult. So I'm probably gonna, hopefully, if I find it doing the live stream here, we're gonna take some pictures. That's gonna make it easier for me to find next time. The shadows from Babylon 5 is also there. Must be one hell of a party on Triton then. No, but I'm considering doing something something similar to what was done with the Voyager probes, where we use the sun and the sun in the background stars, and then we'll line up the sun in the right direction, in the right position. That's going to make it a lot easier, because then you can align 2 of the coordinates at the same time. Yeah, so I think that's going to be easier to do something like that when you have to find it. But the first step is definitely head out towards a... Oh, speed up again. Head out towards a approximately right alignment, and once you're out there, we're gonna line up the stars. So that's why I probably want to take a few screenshots when I'm out there, so it makes it a hell of a lot easier for me to find next time. Which reminds me, I should probably make a project folder for this, so I have somewhere to store this. It should probably be under Elite, and let's call this new. Right, so I might, but again, it might be a while before you get to see the, if I make a, I'm planning to make it a video about it at some point, but it might be a while because, well, the backlog is long and I have a lot of other stuff on my plate I need to do before I get to that. New Horizons. Let's call this one for notes. Keep that there. Okay. So, how are we? Yeah, have a great evening and thanks a lot for joining in. Plenty of people have made a case for Triton being Raxlar. I don't know. I know they've said that Raxlar is in the game and they know where it is, but hiding it like that would be pretty lame. They said that it's something for every commander to discover for himself, and that there are no hints. I mean, if there are no hints, and how would you then ever find out that Triton is there, unless it's just something they keep for future reference? I mean, if they want to release something in the future that has to do with the whole Rexler narrative or Rexler story. Matt asked if he's curious if I had any videos on money making again anytime soon. You know what? I'm gonna show you something. Let me see here. The Elite. And hold on, just browsing all my project folders here. Where is it? There it is. How's the stream set up? Yeah, that's right. Now I'm just going to show you something. It's going to be a little spoiler. And that's the thumbnail for tomorrow's video. There you go. So yes, there will be money making videos coming out very, very soon. You're counting on Raxler being in Polaris, and there's some hidden way to get Polaris permit. Yeah. Okay, how far are we out? I haven't been paying attention to our distance for a long while. Yeah, we'll see if they will nerf it. I don't think, because it's not that excessive. I mean, 80 million per hour is, I mean, it's not 200. I think every time we see those 200 or at least 100 plus, then Frontier's beginning to be pretty quick with the nerf hammer. But I mean, 80 million, that's the same as we were able to pull out of Quince back when Quince was a thing. And Quince lasted for, I think, half a year or something. Quite a lot, maybe not half a year, but very, very long. Quince was just the place to go and make money. Of course, it's not anymore, but point still stands. Yeah, I mean, eventually they did nerf it, but my point is, if they don't think it's that excessive, I think it's not as high on their priority lists. Or it might just be a new style for Frontier. We'll wait to see what happens. But I mean, every time Frontier they do something that with mess up something with the missions, or do any changes to the missions, they will have created a new cash cow somewhere. It's pretty much sure as hell, because I don't think anyone, not even Frontier, has a overview of the of the effects that changes to the mission system has to the game. It's right. Quince was a very good system for a very long time. But there's been some pretty outrageous money-making methods through the year. I remember back. How many of you guys in chat remember Robigo? The slave trading from Robigo mines. Because back when Robigo mines was a thing, you could take. So Robigo is a system like between the bubble and Sothis and Seos. And you could take missions to smuggle, I think it was slaves, back into to the bubble. And I need to begin to keep an eye on my distance here. And you would then just abandon the missions, and you would then still have the slaves in your cargo hold, but the mission would be abandoned. Then you sold the slaves to the station. And the reputation that you lost from abandoning the mission, you would gain, and a little bit extra, from handing in or for selling all the slaves to the station. So people could just sit out there and just accept missions, abandon missions, sell to the market, and they would make billions of credits up there. No, I think they removed the ability to sell them directly to the market before I got in. But I did run some of the from the slave missions from Robigo into the bubble when that was a thing. But there's been many. My point is that pretty much ever since the game was launched, there's always been methods that's been able to yield at least around 80 million per hour. So. So yeah, my point is there will always be a new money making method. Haven't failed so far. I wouldn't call that an exploit. It's just bad game design. I mean, it's not like the game does something it was not intended to. I mean, you were intended to be able to steal their cargo and then keep it for yourself and sell it. It's just the way the whole mission board. Yeah, I know. There's the stuff in Maya as well. I'm keeping an eye on that as well. How to discover these methods. Sometimes it's people who comes and tell them to me, say, hey, I found this and I've been using it for a couple of weeks now. I made plenty of money. Do you want to make a video on it? Here's the guide how to do it. Other times I stumble upon them myself, or I go out and actively look for them. The one tomorrow, for instance, that was one where I actively went out and looked for it. Now, if you think back on all the money making, most of the money making methods that's been running in the game pretty much since it came out, it was in Robigo, an isolated system with very, very few stations around it. Quince, an isolated system with very few stations around it. That's the whole thing in Sothis and Seos, which has been very popular. Now they've added more stations, so it's not as good anymore. But again, isolated systems. It's pretty much the same thing over and over again. You find isolated systems, and as soon as you do that, the mission system breaks down. It's not. It begins to do. The trick is when you have few stations around you, you have a tendency to have more of the same type of mission spawn more often because there are fewer mission types available. So you will get very few different mission types where you get a lot of that specific mission type, which is very good when it comes to money making because that means you can stack a specific type of mission very, very quickly. Whereas if you go into a system in the middle of the bubble, there will be plenty of different mission types available, meaning it's going to be a lot more difficult to find the ones you really need. Oh yeah, I might want to check my distance. Whoops. Overshot that a little bit. Slow us way down here. Everybody's like, dude, check your distance. Kill your speed, not your wallet. I'm gonna just turn down here very slowly so we don't get off the alignment here. And we're gonna go back towards the sun. Like that. That's a constant battle. I will make millions, FTF. No, you won't. There will always be something else. And I'll keep looking. Keep an eye on 2726 is the target distance. Oh, I can actually see the distance out here. Great. Clearly getting a little bit too tired now. Let's slow us down for the final approach. Stop. All brakes. Little bit closer. Little bit closer. Stop. Okay, that's pretty close. So where's my signal source? Okay. So our Pluto distance is... Wow, that's pretty damn spot on. We are around 50 light seconds off on Pluto. And the sun is around 20-ish. So we just need to get the Sedna one correct. So let's just, for good measures, let's drop down and let's figure out how we're gonna do this. So there's the sun. Where is Sedna? It's down there. Okay, and we need to go closer to Sedna, but keep the sun. So we're gonna target the sun. And we're gonna put that up there in the window. Like so. And then we're gonna go charge up the frameshift drive. Because that should mean we should be able to... Let's get that counter going. That means we should be able to slow us down right away. To keep the sun at approximately the right direction, right distance, sorry. Need to get a little bit further away from the sun. And this should mean that the distance to Sedna should begin to decrease now. Indeed it is. Oh, we are close now. Look at that. Pluto is very close as well. Oh, we are close. Oh. No, signal source. Is that it? It's a distress call. Damn it! Hey, thanks a lot for the donation. Mads Havgaard. Sounds Danish. Oh. It won't pop up as a USS. It will pop up as what then? Is it a point of interest? So right now I am, let's look at my notes here, I am 3 light seconds off. Video uploaded tomorrow will probably be in the afternoon, so 4 o'clock-ish. Yeah, 4 o'clock my time-ish. And that means it's gonna be 2 a.m. in-game time. So just so you have... Just say ancient probe. Okay, let me just check my distances here. We are 3 light seconds off. 3 light seconds off on the Sol. On Setna, we are 15 light seconds off. And Pluto is the big one, where we are 60 light seconds off. You should. Okay, let's try to get... this needs to be dead on. I mean, it should be able to show up within 1,000 light seconds, I guess. Okay. So we are too far away from Pluto. So I guess heading in this direction should... Oh, this is... It's another signal source. I'm just gonna check them. Oh, Pluto, there's Pluto. Where's Pluto? I need to head up a little. There we go. Okay, just keep going in this direction. Oh, wait. No, wait. We're too close to Pluto. What am I doing? Let's flip this around. I was looking at the distance to I was thinking Pluto should go down to 1, 710 and 50, but that's set that it should be 50. That's why we're way off here. Let's get this thing flipped around and go back. Oh, we're so close. You can feel it. Let's see, where are we? Oh, signal source. Weapons fire detected. Yeah. And then get the distance to the sun right here. Oh, that might actually we moved too close, so that might actually be why the distance to. I'm just really don't want to go too quickly right now. Oh, stop. 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 Yeah, 16. Okay. And Pluto. Now we just messed up the whole Setna thing here. Okay. Time to another drop down and let's get an overview of this again. Like so. Okay, there's Setna. Where's the sun? There's the sun. Okay, so we need to let's point this at the sun like that. Let's lock. And we need to get further away from Setna. That means we need to head lock onto the sun. We have to move in this direction here. Oh, we are close. Come on. Oh, slow us down here. Okay, Sol. Perfect. Setna. Let's keep the sun where it should be as we move further and further away from Setna. Oh, 26. Oh, damn it. Ancient probe. There it is. No, it disappeared. Stop! I was so close. It was there. It was right there. There it is. Lock. There it is. Ha ha! Exactly, tippy toes. Oh my god. Huh? Oh. So just because not to disappoint anyone, we're gonna do a quick loop of shame. There we go. Let's try that again. Oh god, this is taking forever. How do they manage to overshoot? Have you tried live streaming? That's how you overshoot. You set your speed, you look at the chat, and then you overshoot. Come on. There it is. Can we scan it? I can't manifest scan it. Can't scan it. Nope. Does it say anything? Nope. Oh, but it's beautiful. You know what? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Can you push it? What happens if you fly into it? That's a resistant little probe. That thing is not gonna move. And then I should be able to lock this to the ship. There we go. Only problem is I did it from the wrong side, so it's not gonna be very... Hold on, let's get back in, let's do this again. There we go. I need to have the sun on the right side. I'll just put the camera like there. I think I got it, almost. There we go. Go for it. Thargoid biohammer. Oh, could we get a proper shot of this and the anaconda at the same time? It's just so small, it makes it difficult to see what it is that you're trying to steal. If we do something like that, that's a good screenshot. Let me just save that real quick. New Horizon, where are you? There you go, open. That's pretty cool. So let's just I'm just gonna take a few screenshots here so we are absolutely sure. 28. Oh, it's 28, not 24. I'm just gonna. And now for the most important screenshot of them all. Where is the sun? Sun's down here. This screenshot is gonna be very, very important for later. Because you can position the sun with the background stars. That's gonna make your life a lot easier. Yeah, thanks a lot for the help, man. That was a lot of help. I was apparently way off of my initial tactic here. I wonder if what happens if we try to ram it. Spend 2 hours looking for something. See what happens if we fly into it. That thing is, I don't know what they made that thing of, but it's heavy. I'm so glad I managed to find this thing. Let's have a better look at it. Wait, what the hell? Look at that, the dish. Look at the shadow inside the dish. That dish is not pointing back. Oh yeah, retract scoop. That dish is not pointing back towards Earth because the sun. Look at this. Oh yeah, scoop. The sun is there. That dish is not pointing to the sun. They might have put it in the right place, but they didn't orientate it in the right direction. Because look at the rotation. The rotation would most likely be along its axis of travel, I would guess. It actually doesn't have to be. It could rotate like that, but I would just assume that you would want to, if you're gonna keep it in a stable, if you're gonna put this into hibernation, you want it to spin around its axis as it is right now, so that it keeps its orientation, but you want it to point back towards Earth, right? So can we identify the modules on here? This is way too sensitive. I'm guessing that this thing up here, that's the power source. It's probably some kind of thermal. There's no solar panels, so I would guess this is some kind of thermal reactor of some sort. Hence all the fins, which is for dissipating heat. That's my guess, at least. Obviously, we have the thrusters here. Wonder where they put the camera. Oh, is that? That can't be it. That's not it. Now I actually want to know what all this stuff is. Hold on. Let's find an image. Okay. Let's have a look at this. And where's my streaming thingy? Whoop, there we go. Okay, look at that. So that's antenna, yes. And as I said, it was some kind of generator. Got the heat shield, Alice, whatever Alice is, Rolf. This is not. Oh wait, those are not thrusters. Those are star trackers. And Laurie, and more thrusters. Also, those small things are thrusters. Those are star trackers. Okay, is there some kind of explanation to what all these modules are? Because this is pretty useless. So apparently, the thrusters are those one there. That's the thruster. That thing is a thruster. That thing there looks like a camera to me. Those are thrusters. And apparently these here are star tracking cameras. And then they just named all the modules. That makes absolutely no sense. And that down here, that would probably be the docking port where it's been, where it was attached. I would guess. You are at, hold on, let me see here. You are at, where's my notes? Here's my notes. Sol 26, yeah, so you're 200 off there. I don't know if you're that far. Okay, guys, if any of you guys want to find this, come by Discord and we can wing up and you can get the. I'll set up a wing beacon. You can come out here and get it if you don't want to go through the hassle of finding it yourself. We can do it like that if you want to. I just really quickly want to see if I can find a slightly better explained schematic of the probe here. Oh nope, that's not what it's supposed to do. This is better. Look at this. This is much better. What the hell's going on here? Okay, let me get this back so you guys can see it as well. There we go. Okay. So here we can see that Alice is... Yeah, okay, so Alice is probing the composition of the atom. That's like some kind of atmospheric measurements. Rolf is making maps, so some kind of radar, I would guess, that bounce radar signals off the planet. SDC, that's the thing under the detect dust grains. Okay, cool. And Laurie, which was that thing there. Okay, so that's the camera. So that thing there is the camera. That makes sense, actually. If that thing would turn around so we could get it into the sun, we could see it a little bit better. I want to know what that is, because they have that weird... Those things there. That's weird. Look at this. Oh. That's obviously the camera. I mean, you can see there's a kind of shield to protect it, I guess. But I wonder what that thing over there is. I want to know that. That is the swap. And the swap does measure interactions of Pluto with the solar wind. Oh, okay, so it kind of collects high energy particles, I guess. Ship lights. Yeah, maybe. So all these down here is for detecting dust. It's probably like small magnets that that collects dust grains, just like they did on the Mars rovers. I actually know the guy who built that system for the Mars rover. He was a professor at the university. Really nice guy, by the way. He probably didn't build those for this specific probe, but he built them for some of the Mars landers. Okay, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I think that this would be a good place to call it for today. Let me just get this up here. And again, drop by on the Discord if you want to get the waypoint for this. You can come out and find it for yourself. And also, if you haven't given the stream a like already, do that. If you're not subscribed, you are more than welcome to do that as well. And yeah, if you want to support the channel, there's a link both for Streamlabs, where you can do one-time donations, and also for Patreon, where you can support the channel on a more regular basis. And as always, all money raised through Patreon will go directly to equipment and software, stuff that directly influence the quality of the videos that I can do. So yeah, anyway, I really hope you guys liked the video. So thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys in space.